Hello, I'm the official name rater. My job is to look through the first page of Google, review the nicknames provided by the internet, and then give my recommendations at the end. Today we're looking at Wurmple, Silcoon, and Beautifly. Wurmple's a really weird Pokemon where it splits into two different Pokemon just out of sheer randomness and nothing else. So if you ended up with Beautifly, this is the one for you. We'll cover Dustox in the next video. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and just say I don't know what the hell any of these are, so I'm ignoring it. I googled Rystar first because I was thinking of like the Sega game, but I'm guessing there's no A in that because all it came up with was some musician I've never heard of. Alright, so this doesn't really have anything to do with anything, but I do support food-based nicknames, so Smarties is totally fine. If you wanted to be a little bit more literal with it, maybe a Psychic-type Pokemon might be a better choice, or just something very colorful in nature. Oh, that depends on what region of the world you're in. Shit. I'm too used to the UK Canada version. To me, that's Smarties, not those little chalk things that are worthless. Those aren't colorful. But regardless, Smarties is a fine nickname. I don't know if I would say Beautifly is the ideal candidate for it. Now, I'll acknowledge this one again. We saw this, I think it was for the Butterfree episode, and it was one of my favorites. Because to me, I think of Silky from Dr. Mario 64, Wario Land 3, and I really love that name. But it is kind of exclusive to just the first form and a little bit less of the last. But if you decide you like the name anyway, I think it's probably fitting for Beautifly about as much as it is for Butterfree. Alright, so I think I might have mentioned this in the Butterfree episode, I don't quite remember. But Monarch Butterfly, that's a type of butterfly. I'm pretty sure I used that like maybe 6 years ago, and I was just like, eh. It was the only thing I could think of until I found better nicknames. But I guess the takeaway from this episode is look at the Butterfree episode if you want extra ideas. Let me finish first, then you can go watch it. Okay, so we've reached the bottom, and we found basically fucking nothing, and I'm not gonna lie, I was expecting to find at least something, but there wasn't even anything there to talk about. Like, when I said the whole look at the Butterfree thing, like, that was a joke, but now it's probably a real recommendation, because it's, they're both butterfly Pokemon, and for whatever reason, there's no ideas for Beautifly. So, when Homeboy made the spreadsheet, he made a big fucking oopsie and just put Wurmple instead of Beautifly and Dustox. So the two aren't separated, and it's not clear which is supposed to be which. So that's kind of like really dumb, but even then, none of them even worth looking at anyway. So when it comes time for me to do Dustox, I'll mention this, and there weren't anything there for Wurmple, so I don't gotta look up the Wurmple part of Pokemon.net, but yeah, that was a huge disappointment. Okay, so I don't really have a personal choice. None that I have written down that I see at least. Yeah, I even checked my I have two files, one where it's for the Name Raider episodes and then one where it's for me, so this way I can keep track of what all I use, and I don't have anything for Beautifly. Ones that I've seen in the past that I'm going to mention and say are at least worth talking is I remember in the past I saw someone use like Madonna. I don't know why, but I don't hate it, so I'm okay with it. Maybe because musician. I don't know. It gets a pass for me for whatever reason. And then what I like, but I'm not in love with it, is Tippy from Super Paper Mario. That's probably the best one I've seen, because I'm like, oh, that's really cute and different, and yeah, I like that one. We'll pull up this comment that was provided. We've seen Mothra in the past for Venomoth, and personally I think it's going to work better for a Pokemon like Venomoth, or even just Dustox, which is more horrifying in appearance and nature. And even just on this Reddit post right here, Homeboy talks about Mothula from Zelda for Dustox, so we're definitely going to be seeing that tomorrow too. If you want, you could put on Beautifly, but I definitely think there's other candidates. It was like the number one choice for Venomoth, so if you look at that episode, that's the only fucking thing we saw, and that was it. But in other words, if you have any ideas, because the internet fucking didn't, For Beautifly nicknames, provide them in the comments below and then give a thumbs up to the ones you think are good, and then I will see you guys soon for Desk Talks.